Welcome back, muchachos. Little bit of everything to start with. We got ripe and not so ripe. Let me show you a ripe one. Kind of not so much, but they're getting there. Almost ripe, we'll say. It's still really firm. Wild blackberries. Yeah, you're right. Today's a holiday. That is a finish, blah blah blah, the finesse. I'm just gonna go with it. Let's keep rolling. June bug, chartreuse on a shaky head. I'm just kind of using it as an exploratory bait right now, search bait, if you will. Plan is to start with a few different things and then end up sitting on a spot for cats. Kind of like, you know, hitting things on the path as I get to that spot. So this is late March. We're kind of doing a spot check at the moment for bass beds that I know of, and there's one I believe right in here. And as I look at the water, I mean, it looks like coffee with a dash of milk in it, right? Pretty dark, pretty stained, dirty, but you can see different things going on down here. There's a cloud of mud getting kicked up, and the source, the center of it, is somewhere right in here. Well, I'm not sure what's kicking that up. I've been here for a bit and I've been chattering away to you for a bit, so even before I turned the camera on, I was here and nothing spooked. And then I turn the camera on, open the video, start chattering away as I do, and nothing spooked. It's still down there stirring things up. So that tells me might not be a carp, because they are in this water, carp, right? Oh, here comes a spotted gar coming through here. Did anything kick up? That is a spotted gar, right? Let's see if he goes for me. I think so. I think that was a spotted gar. There's a lot of carp in here, right? But they're very spooky. They're easily spooked. Most people never see them. So, is there a bass down there doing something on the bed? I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of mud getting kicked up right there. Could be anything. This right here, what you might call pond scum, that's actually dead snodgrass floating on top. There's a bit of it. See the line? It's coming out of that ditch right there, that cut right there. That cut goes to the base. Just around the corner is a fence going across it. It's like a drainage ditch that comes into that cut off the base, right? And that's where all that dead snodgrass is coming from up in there. And then it curves right there as it comes to that point. See that bird right there? Goes around the wind and everything. It's just kind of banking it right here on us. But it's not over here so much. There is a line of it in front of this grass. Not too much of a problem, but it can be annoying if you're trying to do something close in. You're gonna catch it. Ah, had a nice hit right there on the shaky head, right in front of all that dead snodgrass that is in front of this line of cut grass right here. Felt like a gar though. I wonder, did it? No, it didn't splice me up. What's up? What are you catching? Yeah, what are you catching them with? Yeah, you right? I'm bass fishing right now with artificials. Oh yeah, you're right, thank you. I'm just chilling right now. I'm gonna go down the way and chill some more, looking for bass. Obviously, I'm still in super chill mode, just kind of dawdling around, looking for bass, getting a bite here and there. Might get out of this mode here soon. I tell you what, I absolutely feel obligated to not leave super chill mode. Let's just change it up a little bit. Let's come out of bass mode and go through the gates. And here we are. We're headed somewhere. Headed to a nook and a cranny. It's not actually the nook, nor is it the cranny. We're not there yet, but we are here. Oh ho ho, look at that. Yeah, it is a Gasper Goo. Yeah, you're right. They actually have to be a certain size here in this state. I do like eating these, but it needs to be a little bigger than that. So why was I running and not holding the rod? Well, I went to go pick up some garbage. Somebody was out here with a pellet gun shooting that 7-Up bottle, and they left it sitting over there. Well, there's some fish up here, despite the fact that the water's dirty. I was actually fishing this last night, but just not this spot. I did a river session that went nowhere for 2 hours because of the wind and dirty water. Hooked up with Craig, went to various spots, and it just no avail. But I was further down this, right off of it. There we go. What do we got this time? Oh, so I stopped here to see if I could get some fresh bait, because I do have bait, but it's not fresh. Whoa. Let me do this. This guy is a little rambunctious, and yeah. So the big issue with this one is it's not, I've got the hook out, but the problem is the line, the lead line beneath the hook is wrapped around his fin. Sometimes you just need to cut the line and start over, retie. So I just stopped here to see if I could get some fresh bait. But I do have bait, it's just not fresh. Nook and cranny time. So here's a tip with old bait. I know a lot of times you see me cutting my bait up with scissors, but there are times when the bait gets so soft that scissors don't really make sense unless you want to trim up the fins or something, right? But if we tried to cut this up with scissors, it's going to get mushy because it's going to mush the bait as it pinches it. So a lot of guys just use knives anyway, but scissors, trust me, faster and handy. Scissors work just as well, and you can find them cheap. So there we go. It's pretty soft, but it'll work still. I'm just going to cut a small body piece for the moment. Might use the head later. Someone asked me why I'm not using head pieces, or they say, I think the question was, why do you never use head pieces? I have used head pieces many times, but it is true, I don't throw big head pieces in winter, but I'm coming out of winter right now, so I will be throwing them soon. I might throw this later, but we're going to start out with a fairly small piece. And we're going to put this fairly small piece on a 5/0, fairly small hook. This has been an iffy week for fishing. We've had bad weather, we've had wind, we've had highs and lows. Yo-yo weather, right? First we have high north wind, and then we have high south wind. So back and forth, and then a couple of cold fronts this week, a couple of cold nights. So yeah, we're gonna just fish a small piece, but I think we're going to do fine. I think I'm actually gonna do better than last night. Last night was pretty bad. Just no real fish activity anywhere. So this is the ICW, if you're not aware, Intercoastal Waterway. It's what makes where I live an island. So that's a 3-ounce lead, should be fine. I'm just gonna put that right there and maybe drop shot a bit of night crawler right in front of us to see if there's any panfish hanging out. Before I pick up the other rod and see if there's panfish, we are still raising money to help pay for the funeral of Craig's father. Hilton Mayu was his father's name. There is a link down in the description for the GoFundMe page that Craig's Aunt Loretta started, and I believe it is just over $900 right now. The goal is $3K. When I left the house earlier, it was just $10 over $900. We have about 2 weeks left, guys. Any little bit helps. If you want to donate something, you can have your name and have a message there if you like, or you can remain anonymous. So anything helps. If it's too much, if everything's too tight for you right now, no worries, right? But if you would like to help out Craig, who's been, you know, a good person on the channel for a while, the link is down in the description, and I appreciate every little bit. Thank you very much to all of y'all that have already donated as well. Thank you. Several days ago, I cut my way into this spot. I kind of made this spot, right? I used my machete here. It's one of those spots that I made that has multiple positions to fish from. You could do 1 to 2 rods right here where I'm standing, but then there's a position right there, and maybe in the future I'll go around the corner, but I gotta cut some stuff out of the way. And I'm not doing this position we're looking at right now, this one right here, because it's so high. We have more dry land to stand on right here. So, but we're right next to a pumping station, and I believe that they're going to start feeding soon. We have a couple hours or so till sunset. That's what we're here for. And the wind has dropped down a little bit, but we're kind of protected by the wind to a point here. It's like a alligator hovel back up in there. There's not an alligator up in there. It looks nasty. I hear someone swimming up on us. Yeah, you're right. He's swimming up there and side by side. You're also swimming through there, pushing some barges. I'm getting swam around left and right all of a sudden. That's supposed to be one of them nooks and crannies they can't find you in. Damn it. Stand over here so we can see it a little better. So hopefully this gives us a barge bite. It's definitely changing things. You see the line, see the rod kind of dropping back a little bit. It's very curious. That might not be a fish, but there's no reason to take my eyes off it at the moment. But we will just... Oh no, someone's swimming back down on me. I hear them. Where are they coming from now? I heard another vehicle. I don't know where it went or where it came from, but it must have turned around right here. So, probably just a kid looks like it's reorientating the angle of my line. My bait was that way. Oh, let's reorientate you guys. Was right out there straight, like where I'm pointing. And now it's coming more that way. Not an issue quite yet. Oh man, look at how much water he is churning up out there. He's really coming through here at a good tick. No wonder he's reorientating my bait. He is kicking ass coming up through here. Look at that, I've got a slack line now. Hopefully he doesn't pull me into a snag. Got a slack line and everything laying up in the tree now. Looks like the bait is coming back over to where I had it originally. There we go. All that, the slack line and everything included, I don't think was from a fish. But like I said, there's no reason to be committed to that no fish theory. Well, I think that was all him reorientating everything, changing the whole scheme of everything out there, because he's just coming through gunning it. The past few days, nothing new to me. It's like kind of similar to when people say the calm before the storm. It hasn't really been calm, and there's been storms. But what I'm actually talking about is, you know, sometimes in March your catfishing sessions start to like produce, and fishing is kind of interesting, but usually, not always, in between when right before it kicks off for catfish, right before those water temps are where you need it to be, at the end of March, there's like this in-between period between the good fishing you had in early March and the good fishing you're gonna have in April. That's just the time frame for where I'm at, right? It's different everywhere. So somewhere in the middle of that, there's a period of time usually where it's just really bad, and it doesn't always happen, but it's kind of a perfect storm. It usually coincides with the full moon, but you got to have cold fronts, weather, and you know, with us, it's like it comes out of the north, and it comes out of the south, and it comes out of the north, and it comes out of the south, and then the full moon is somewhere in the middle of that. It just, everything's dirty and discombobulated. Water temps are kind of yo-yoing a little bit. Nothing's stable. The river just came up, and the current is strong, and it's dirty, and it's about to drop, and we are about to get a fish. Look at that, bam, 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 that boom, boom, that pluck of my guitar string. I love to watch it, especially when I'm talking like Speedy Gonzalez, not missing a beat. Look at that, come on, you got to get serious here. I think that since it's a small hook, we might be able, yeah, yes, we are hooked up. I love a super chill session that ends with me going, yeah. I tell you, it's just been a chill day, because, you know, this is how you got to approach life sometimes. You got to stay super chill. You know, I'm not quite the Big Lebowski here, because I don't drink White Russians, and I don't own a bathrobe. But yeah, you're right, man. I don't like the Eagles either. Yeah. Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. All right. Get out of there. Ah, it's stuck in the tree. Wow. You are a good-looking little blue cat. How about we do you a solid? We have an eye towel tonight anyway. You're not on the menu for that. It wouldn't be eye towel if you were on the menu. But you can go home and get yourself a nice cup of tea. I know catfish don't drink tea, but the thought of it's interesting. That put me in such a good mood. Almost feel like just going home and having a cup of tea myself. However, I am not going home. I'm going right back out there with another fresh piece of bait and see what else we can get. just for a little bit longer, because I do want a cup of tea. I could absolutely slaughter a cup of tea right now. Whoa, it's not an alligator hovel back there. I don't know what kind of creature that is, but he just showed up all of a sudden. Look at that. Alien creature right there, like styrofoam cyclops. That's what that is. There's two of them. Look, there's another one lurking up there in the bushes. You see it? Ah, goodness. I don't think these things bite or sting. All right there, muchachos. That sun about to be swimming on the other side of California. Yeah, you're right. This was just some super chill fishing on the island with your compadre here. And you know what? It is getting to be that time where we need to make a beeline to that kettle, because I want that cup of tea. I might come back out later, but it is time for that tea break. Yeah, you're right. Whew. Thanks for watching. Thanks for thinking about Craig and checking out the link, making donations and all that good stuff. Remember, we got 2 weeks left. Yeah, you're right. I appreciate it all. Craig has said thank you to y'all who have already donated. Maybe later we might be fishing with him and he can thank you in the flesh. But until then, thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, being a member of the channel, and I will see you next time.